Yeah. Hey. Feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. And they want the T on me, I swear these bitches nosy. Said he put some money on my head, I guess we gon' see. I won't put no money on this head, my niggas owe me. I gotta be single for a while, you can't control me. Uno, those traits in a race, they can't hold me. And I show my face in the case, so you know me. Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying.
Because we want to dive into some relationship questions. Some personal relationship questions that people been asking us to do this. So we are going to basically make this as easy as possible. We're gonna try to give y'all the best content, the best things that we know to keep a relationship tight as best as possible. We're gonna give y'all our insights of our relationship as much as possible without diving too deep into it.
Right.
But before we do that, make sure you stop and subscribe to our content. I am Calvin, Perfect Timing, PERFECT_TIMING. What's your name on Instagram?
My name is Glow Beauty Bar _. That's my business page. And then I also have a personal page that's Shelby Dupree. And that's it. It's SHELBYDUPRIE on Instagram.
So if you don't know, this is my girlfriend. This is me publicly doing this for the first time ever. So
Me too.
so I want to invite my girlfriend on and tell you, first of all, I thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time out your day to run around and still make it to my podcast. It is really showed me a lot, and I want to give you your flowers now and let you know that I love you for who you are. I love you for the person you've become. I thank you for changing me into a better man. I thank you for being just a over and above achiever in everything that you do. Thank you for the year. And we've been together for what?
A year.
About a year, a little bit over the year. The year has been amazing. We've grown a lot together. I'm excited to tell the people our story. A lot of people don't know our story. It's not a deep, crazy, story like that, but I think it's a very good story that people need to hear. Something that somebody can relate to. And we just giving people hope because we know that the dating game is terrible today.
Listen,
so I do want to, let's have a cheers for what it's going to be.
To a good podcast.
To a good podcast. Okay. To a good podcast. This is my special drink right here. It's called the Cal Money Calvarita. And I'm going to leave the description. Leave the ingredients in the description below.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
I'm about to start selling it, actually.
Of course you are.
That's just me. This episode is sponsored by Tito's. No, I'm bullshitting. But Tito's, you need to give us our money because we've been sponsoring y'all for a minute. Real talk. But how have your week been?
So far my week has been good. I've been transitioning into mentally, physically, and spiritually preparing myself for a detox that I'm doing.
That's what you calling it?
I feel like I don't necessarily, I'm calling it a detox simply because I want to do this, as far as I'm really doing a fast.
Okay. And we just came off a fast for 40 days from the beginning of January to February, what was it? February 10th or something like that? Yeah, February 10th. So we're actually going to do another fast we are members of Triumph Church, and they are doing Lent right now. So we are going to join them on their fast, and we a little late. Sorry about that, God. You know our hearts. But yeah, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to mentally, physically, and spiritually prepare myself for my fast.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing this week. I feel really good about it. I am more than prepared, and I'm ready. I feel like a breakthrough is in the horizon for me.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it.
What are you looking to get through this fast that you didn't get through the last fast?
Like I said, I feel like a breakthrough is in the horizon. Our first fast was really good. And I just think that it prepared us for this fast that we're about to do.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. Well,
Kind of
I
like
got
a preparation.
I got a few questions that the people wanted me to ask you. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
They ain't nothing too crazy, but
Okay,
you
listen, baby.
I'm just saying though. You know,
Okay.
ain't nothing crazy though. We ain't about to interview it out. You know what I'm saying? But
What is it? I got some questions for you too.
That's cool. I mean, we can get down to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to it. Yeah, because you don't want. She don't want to be toxic, y'all. That's cool. We understand that you
we not being toxic.
the calm and cool and collective part. But what type of person are you though?
What you mean?
What type of person are you? Tell the people what type of person are you?
I am a thoughtful person. I'm a loving person. I am a hard worker. I'm ambitious. I am goal oriented. I love God. I love my family. I love you.
Oh, don't do that.
I love my business. So
tell me your business information. First of all, you ain't even drop it.
okay, yeah. So I have a beauty bar. The name of my beauty bar is Glow Beauty Bar. You can find us, like I said, on Instagram, Glow Beauty Bar __ and on Facebook. It's obviously facebook.com / Glow Beauty Bar 11. And if you go on Google, you can just Google Glow Beauty Bar as well, and you can find me. I'm located in Clinton Township on Cass Avenue.
Leave some reviews too, y'all, for her.
Yes.
Go check her out, man. She the best beauty bar in the metropolitan area right now.
Thank you,
soon
baby.
to be in the world.
Thank you, baby.
You know
I appreciate that. I work hard.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I do what I can.
Yes, you do. Quick question. What attracted you to me? First of all, how did we meet?
Oh, buddy.
How did we meet?
How did we meet? You tell the people how we met.
I'm saying, how did we meet?
You tell the people how
I'm
we
saying,
met. I don't like how we met, but how we met is how we met.
If I give the version, you're not gonna like the version I'm gonna give, but it's the truthful version though.
Okay, what is it? Tell your version and then I'll
We
tell
met. We met through a mutual friend.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
And the mutual friend joined us on social media.
Okay.
And me and you been kind of going, I wouldn't say back and forth, but you know, we had
flirting a little bit.
Flirting, yeah, here and there, whatever, blah, 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 for a minute. And he sealed the deal. Put it like that.
He sealed the deal. He sealed the deal because number one, what had drew me to you was I saw you on social media and you were meditating on the beach.
Facts.
You were meditating on the beach and I just looked and I was like, listen here, I have to meet him.
Okay.
Like I have to meet him, even if we don't, you know what I'm saying, be together in a romantic way. You were somebody that I at least wanted to have as a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I just, energy, like it drew me to you. Like I said, you were meditating on a beach, and meditation is something that I like to do. It's something that you don't see a lot of people doing, let alone young Black males doing. So that's really what drew me to you, to be honest.
Did you think I was gonna be the person who you thought I was gonna be?
I knew you were a good guy. I feel like
because you
a toxic person not
in
meditating.
my DM for a minute. Yeah.
Whatever. First of all, I just feel like I knew you were gonna be different. Simply off of the meditation, like I said, like that just blew me away. And it might be simple to others, but I just feel like, when you're in a relationship or when you are dating, I just feel like it's good to, spend your time with people who are like-minded. And I felt like the meditation was like, okay, he has the same interest as me. Because
you meditate and
right.
You do it. And I went on your page and I seen you doing it too.
Right.
And I'm like, women don't do this often.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I felt the same way about you.
Yeah. So do you think that was part of our alignment?
I think it was. I think definitely it's part of our alignment because we've grown tremendously in our relationship. And I just feel like, our morning routine is something that we really serious about.
For sure. I got a question about that too.
You serious about it? I'm serious about it.
Right.
So I do definitely think that has drew us closer together.
Right. So I think how important is alignment though in the relationship?
I think it is. I think it's super important simply because the fact that you and I are aligned, I see the difference in the relationships or the people that I've dated in the past.
Right.
It's like night and day. So it's like going forward, I don't plan on being with anybody else.
Oh, you just dropping jewels tonight, huh? Yeah, whatever. You trying to get another mall room. It's cool.
I'm trying to get another shopping spree. It's cool though.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah, so I don't plan on being with anybody else, but I just see how important it is. Simply because, like I said, in the past I didn't have it.
Right.
And with you, it's just it's like night and day.
So what was life like before me?
To be honest, Calvin, I feel like before you, I was in a point in my life where I was kind of finding myself. Like just finding like what I liked, finding what I enjoyed, and just getting closer to God. And I think I was in a transition stage of my life, like coming out of being a people pleaser and just getting to know me, who I was on the inside,
Right.
and not worrying about other people.
Right. I think it was important that we both came healed. And I think the healing stages were in the past. You know what I'm saying? We may have thought that we were ready for a relationship, but I think that was just preparation for this relationship here.
Definitely.
And I think that we both needed those healing stages because 2-3 years ago, I couldn't did this with you. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't mature enough. I wasn't disciplined enough. Because I've been meditating, but not like in a deep stage like I do now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like these years with like the last year and a half that we've been dealing with each other has been so different because I'm healed. And I feel like you are healed too. So I think that the alignment that we came together is like a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, I'm not saying the women that I was dating wasn't you, but basically they wasn't you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You were
Definitely.
the right piece to the puzzle. And I feel like that connection that we had or have now is just so different from everybody else. And I'm like, even the first, I ain't gonna lie, I say about the first 2 weeks I knew like, okay, this the one right here.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, like the first 2
I was gonna
weeks.
ask you that tonight.
Because they also say that a man know if the woman is gonna be his future less than, I ain't gonna say 2-3 weeks, but like damn near like a month.
Right.
Because honestly, men don't really want that much. I'm gonna drop some jewels for y'all. Men don't really ask for much. Like, what do I ask for real?
What do men want? Not just you.
You gotta ask
What do men want?
Men want affection. Men want love. They be trying to play as if they don't want love. But my thing is like, why do men be kind of scared to show love? Like, why do they be scared to show like, okay, I really like this girl, but maybe because they homeboys gonna talk about like, oh, this nigga in love now. Like he acting weak. You know what I'm saying? So I was always scared of that. And I was always
You was always scared of what your friends was gonna
exactly.
say?
I was.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, maybe, but I had to get over that.
Right.
Because that was my younger self. And I'm like, shit, what's wrong with loving a woman?
Right. It's
You
nothing
know what I'm
wrong
saying?
with
Like,
loving a woman.
God love it's in the Bible. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like the man a woman came out of the man. You know what I'm saying? You are a part of my rib.
Right.
And if you read the Bible, it say that God, he put the man to sleep. You know what I'm saying? He took his rib out and he made one man. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we got to get over that. I wouldn't call it fear of being happy, but I think we got to get out of that
The stigma.
kind of like an embarrassment thing.
Right.
Cause I got
Of
some
loving
people,
a girl.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's weird though. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with loving a girl?
Yeah. I feel like people have a negative association with it because they don't have it. When they get it, then they'll understand, but they don't have it, so they like looking at you like you weak.
Do you think every man gonna experience happiness?
As far as what, a relationship?
Yeah.
I hope so. I pray that everybody experience it.
Do you think it's somebody for everybody?
Yes. I think it is.
At first, I wasn't. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like, this ain't it, because everybody know that the dating pool is horrible right now, and I was going through it. I'm gonna be honest,
you
y'all.
and me both, baby. You
was
ain't
going-
the only one.
I was going through it, and I was like, you know what, God, I'm coming straight. Like, I don't even really want to date no more. I'm done with dating. Like, I just spent too much money, too much time, too much. It was too much for me. You know what I'm saying? And then this was like that very moment that I told God, like, I'm straight. He sent you. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost the same as you,
Right.
because you said you was ready to give up too.
Right. I was ready to give up, but I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if I really shared this with you before, but
You prayed for me. It's cool.
Huh?
You prayed for me.
I did. I got intentional about my prayers, and I got specific with my prayers. And it was like, soon as I got specific about what it is that I wanted in a partner, and a significant other, and a man, oh my goodness, like, you showed up. And I was like, wow, God, like, it didn't take him no time.
Right.
Like, literally no time. I'm going to say, like, within the first week.
Right.
It was crazy.
So what was the difference between me and your past, dealing with your past, the guys you were dating?
What was the difference?
Yeah.
The difference was God. Like, you are a God-fearing man, and I just feel like at the end of the day, nothing can work if God isn't first, or if God isn't the head of the relationship. Like, even before me and you became official, I was over here one day, and I think this maybe was my first or second time coming over, and I looked over, and you were on your knees praying. And I knew right then. I'm like,
That's what struck you, huh?
That I said, this is it. I've never had a man pray for me and pray for us and just pray in general in front of me and love God as much as you do. So that is what did it for me.
And it was almost to the point where I was like, my next woman that I'm dating or gonna be with, I'm not gonna like hide nothing, like hide prayer, because I used to hide prayer. And I used to hide.
Like, were you ashamed of it?
I wasn't ashamed of it, but women don't be really seeing me and pray in front of them, or pray for them, or pray around them, or go to church or whatever. And like I said, I was, inviting women to church, and they wouldn't go with me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, well, maybe they just ain't the one for me. But it took me a long time, because I was single for 7 years. And it was like, okay, well, is there a woman for me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you get discouraged.
Yeah, you get discouraged, just like everything in life. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, God knew exactly what I wanted, and it's important to keep God in your relationship.
Yes,
and I understand that everybody not spiritual. I understand that everybody don't believe in God. Yeah, okay, whatever, in your spiritual beliefs. But I think that keeping God in the beginning of our relationship has kept us strong as possible. Yes. Do you remember our first argument?
Was it when I was banging on the door?
I think that was our very first argument. That was
our first argument. Because the thing is, with me and Calvin, we don't argue.
Right.
So the arguments that we do have, I can literally count them on I'm going to say maybe one hand. We don't argue like that.
No. But I feel like the arguments that we had was needed, though.
Yeah, they were.
You know what I'm saying? Like the one out of town, when we went out of town for the first time, she booked the wrong room. So I think the arguments that we did have,
they were necessary.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's helping us mold our relationship. You know what I'm saying?
We needed it.
Yeah, we needed it for sure.
We needed it because I feel like that really showed each other, one another, our boundaries. It showed each other like what we not gonna tolerate or what we not doing. I just think it's like arguments sometimes. I'm not saying like being toxic. I'm saying like disagreements are healthy sometimes.
Right. Not disagreement. Well, would you say disagreement?
Yeah, like it's okay. We're not gonna agree on every single thing.
Right.
It's okay. Like, and I feel like what makes our relationship different is that like when we do have a disagreement, we communicate with each other about it. We may give each other a little bit of space, but eventually we'll talk about it, and that's important.
Right.
Communication
for sure. And that's actually the next thing I was going to talk about was communication in our relationship. I think that communication is something that we both had to work on.
Yes.
I didn't have communication in my last relationships. Like I ain't gonna say I didn't have it, but to the point where we have it now is almost like unbelievable.
Right.
Like certain people can't even have this type of conversation, even an uncomfortable conversation. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we mad at each other, we still know like, okay, I'm gonna give her a space. You give me my space for a minute, and then we're gonna talk about it. Even if it hurt to talk about it, it needs to be talked about. And I think that we both came together. That's also a part of our healing stage is communication. Like we didn't have like our parents didn't have communication. Like,
but you know what it is though, Calvin. I feel like we had been through so many. What is the right word?
Trials and tribulations.
Yeah, like
basically.
trials and tribulations, and like we had kind of got discouraged. So I had made it up in my mind that I'm going to show up for whoever is for me, like my next relationship, because I'm going to show up like and try to do the very best that I can when it comes to everything, you know, and communication is very big in a relationship. So I had made it up in my mind, like I'm going to try to, you know, communicate effectively
Right.
in my next relationship, because I feel like communication can make or break it.
It definitely can.
So I had made it up in my mind, I'm gonna do better.
Because if you don't communicate right, you can actually interpret the wrong thing. You get what I'm saying? So basically, and you gotta let your other half talk. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing that we talked about as well. Like maybe y'all want to give each other maybe a 2-minute grace period or a 30-second grace, whatever y'all want to do. But what works for us is I give her 3 minutes, she go to about 30 though.
So what you trying to say? I talk too much?
I'm just saying though. I give her maybe about 3. It ain't like I'm counting, but it's like, okay, let her talk, then let me talk. And sometimes we just agree to disagree. Do you think that?
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think that's also healthy. But I honestly really think that communication is, do you think that's like almost number 1 in a relationship?
Yes.
What's number 2? In our relationship though.
In our relationship, I feel like communication is number 1. I feel like the foundation that we built on loving God, that's really before
really number 1.
That's before communication.
Do you think you could have been? I'm sorry. Do you think you could have been with somebody who don't believe in God
It wouldn't work
at all?
No.
Okay.
Nope. It's not equally yoked. Like that's just never gonna work. And I think about like later on in the future and stuff, like how would my life be if I was with somebody who didn't believe in God? Like, could we not celebrate Christmas? Like, how different would it be? Especially, you know, I don't have any kids. Like, eventually I do want to have kids. So it's like, how can you raise kids in a situation where you guys have 2 totally different beliefs? And it's not to say that one is more important than the other or one is right and one is wrong. So it's just like, how do you go about raising a kid like that?
Right. I don't think you can. I don't think it's gonna work. I think people who do that settle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really understand. Like, okay, I really need to work hard for a happy relationship. But people be so lonely. I ain't gonna say lonely. I would say people be so in a rush to get in a relationship because they see maybe they friends happy or they family members happy, and they be like, okay, well, I want to experience this, even though it's gonna come with some bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
we never did that. So do you think you settled with me?
Come on now.
I'm just saying though.
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
Don't ask me nothing like that.
I'm just saying. Do you think you settled with me?
No, I'm not settling with nothing in life.
Okay, shut up. Okay, all right.
I don't settle for nothing in life.
Do you think you would have settled if I didn't come?
Ooh, Lord have mercy. You know what, Calvin? That's kind of a tough question because like you said earlier.
Looking so cute right now.
Thank you, baby. Like you said earlier, the dating pool is horrible. So I don't know what life would be if I hadn't met you. Like,
are you just telling me that, or are you just?
No, I'm serious. I don't know what life would be. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like a lot of people be making it like it's the location. Like Detroit ain't got nobody. Like, you know, I'm not gonna be able to meet nobody in Detroit. But I feel like wherever you go is really the same thing.
It is for sure.
It's like no matter where you are, it's the same thing. So
it's just different people, like different demographics.
People, right? It's just different demographics, but it's really the same dating pool. Like just because I'm in Ohio or Michigan, it don't make it no better. Like.
I think though some states got a different like single rate. Shout out to Anthony O'Neill. You know what I'm saying? He give us the statistics of the single rate and the relationship rate and all of that. But I think different cities and states have that though. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, Baltimore might have a
higher
60% of, you know, relationship rate and stuff like that. So it is about the states and stuff like that too. But I think that you just have to wait on God.
Yep.
I honestly feel like you got to just let God do his thing.
Yes, you do.
Because I was kind of in a rush stage. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay,
I think
God.
we all are. I think we all want companionship. I think we all have that desire. Like, and when we don't have companionship, we're searching for it. But I think the problem is when you looking for stuff, you're not going to find it. Like when you go searching for something, I just feel like they're going to run. So you just have to let it happen organically.
Have you ever went through my phone?
Mm-mm.
You ever had the urge to go through my phone?
Have I ever had the urge to go through your phone? To be honest, Calvin, I trust you so much that I just don't have that urge. I really don't. I really don't have that urge. And I just feel like when I get to a place or when a relationship gets to a place where you feel like you got to go through the other person's phone, or, you don't trust them, they can't go nowhere, they can't do nothing without you. Like, I just feel like that's not good.
Right. So how do you think we built that trust? Because I trust you. Like, you just went on a field trip, a trip,
Not a field trip.
not a field trip. That Tito's kicking in.
Yeah.
You went on a solo trip by yourself. You get what I'm saying? And somebody asked me, like, you don't be like checking her location and shit. You don't be,
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Somebody asked you that?
I swear, like, you don't be checking her. I ain't gonna tell you who. I'm not gonna tell you who.
I know who did. I know who it was.
And that wasn't him. It honestly wasn't him. I swear to God, it wasn't him.
Okay.
He's like, you don't be checking her location. You don't be calling her. I'm like, no, for what? Like,
Right.
I feel like if a woman gonna do her thing, she gonna do her thing. Ain't nothing a man can do to stop from a woman doing her thing. I don't care. Like,
And vice versa.
it's same thing, right? So
And
it's like,
vice
why would I even stress myself out? You know what I'm saying? So how do you think we built that trust?
I think we built that trust. I feel like you haven't given me a reason to not trust you.
But
And I feel like that's a part of being healed and stuff.
right.
That's
exactly.
a part of like leaving what happened in the past, like leaving everything where it is.
Okay.
And that's behind you. And just going into this situation with a clean slate. And I feel like that's what we did. And that's why we have trust. Because if I would have carried everything, and if you would have carried everything from your past, then who's to say that we may not even be sitting here right now?
Right.
Because we may have tarnished it. We may have made it, made it rough to where the other person like, no, I'm not dealing with that.
It's kind of weird that we got the trust like this, though.
Amy, I never experienced it.
Me neither.
before.
Like, and when he was saying
it
it,
happened so organically.
when he said it, and I was like, damn, I really, should I call her? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
should I check a location? Like,
Yeah.
even though you didn't send me your location, but it's like still, like, should I call her? But I'm like, you know what? No, because maybe that's their relationship. Maybe that's how they deal with their relationship. But I'm not doing that in our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a very different relationship right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's perfect.
No.
It's not
Nothing
perfect.
is perfect.
Okay. I
Nothing
say that.
is
Okay,
perfect.
cool.
Nothing is perfect.
It almost is.
No.
We got our ups and downs for sure.
Nothing is perfect.
We argued before this podcast, y'all.
It wasn't a big blowout though.
No, it wasn't a blowout, but
Come
I feel
on
like
now. I wouldn't call
she
it
said
an
I was
argument
getting. She said I was getting on her nerves.
all day.
Whatever, but I feel like if I wasn't getting on her nerves, it wouldn't be me. You get what I'm saying? But we have a very distinctive relationship. A lot of people don't understand our relationship, and I love it like that.
Why do you think that is?
Because people never had this type of relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like, they never really seen real happiness, and I can really honestly say that I'm really deep down happy with you.
Oh, thank
You know
you,
what I'm
baby.
saying?
I am too.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
I am too.
This is a type of happiness that I didn't know I can experience. And through this year, I've learned so much and I've gained so much within 12, 14, 16 months. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they always say, like, you don't have to be with a person for 4 years to find out who this person really is, or if you really love this person. Like, do you think that we kind of fell in love too fast?
No. I think we let it happen organically.
I don't think we even told each other we love each other though.
We
Like,
didn't.
we didn't.
It was a minute.
Yeah.
Like it was a while. We kind of treaded lightly with that.
Right.
I think we took our time.
I
think we made it official after like 6 or 7 months.
Right.
No, I'm gonna say 6 months.
No.
I'm gonna say 6 months. We made it official.
7 months. Okay.
6 months. Don't go there.
I'm just saying
6 months
in that area.
Okay, around 6 months.
But sometimes people be like, okay, that's too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think we moved too fast?
No.
You think it was just perfect timing?
I think it was. It was definitely perfect timing.
And it wasn't forced though. That's
it
the
was
thing.
not
though.
forced. It was so organic. It was crazy. Like I didn't have to beg. Like no, it just happened.
And
And I feel like when you are in a point in your life where you don't want to lose the other person, you'll do that. You'll do what needs to be done to make sure that you build something with them and that you guys are together.
did you ever find yourself doing something different for me to make me happy? Basically, like that you didn't do in your past.
I feel like I go a little bit above for you.
Mm-hmm.
I go above for you. You deserve it.
Thank you, baby. And is it because I'm a good leader? Like, do I lead well?
Yes, you do. You lead well.
Speak about leading, men leading in relationships.
Ooh,
For a little
listen,
bit, yeah.
that's not the easiest thing for me. Simply because
I feel like we're still working on that though.
we're working on that. Simply because I have been single for so long, that when I became accustomed to doing everything myself.
Right.
So when you came along and you're like strong and you are God fearing, and I had to build that trust with you. I had to build that trust enough to know, like, okay, he not gonna lead me to no BS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna lead me in a good way.
Because
like, I had to trust you enough to let you have it.
When did you find out that I had that trust? Like, okay, this guy really, what the fuck he doing? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, he know his pathway.
Right. And I feel like I had to figure out where are you headed? What's your vision? Like, I had to learn that about you first, because why would I let you lead me out the gate and I don't even know what you got going? Like, where are you headed in your life? So once I learned that about you, like, what's your vision? What is your vision for your life? What is your vision for our life together? Then it's like, okay, I can trust you. You the one that keep me intact.
I try to. I feel like that's what a man supposed to do.
You do a good job of it.
Yeah, I try to though, but it's not easy though. I'm gonna tell you that it's not easy, because it's like I do have a son, so it's like I took on another responsibility. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like that's what God got us here for.
Definitely.
Men have a responsibility that we have to take care of. It's nothing wrong with taking care of your women. Like, I don't understand why men be so shy. Like, take care of your girl, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't listen to your homeboys, or don't listen to, outsiders. Because there's a lot of outsiders that be in our relationship that be asking questions and, don't really understand this. But it's like, I'm cool with it, but I never was the person to, I ain't gonna say cash my girl out. I never was that type of person. But I feel like I'm going to be the person or the man that kicks in when needed. Or I'm going to be the man who, provide for you. I don't mind, like, the 50-50 shit. Like, we never even had that conversation, really. We did, but it was like, really? Like, honestly, like, I feel like, what do you feel about the 50-50 shit?
Oh, brother. I'm so sick of this conversation. I don't know
for sure, but they need to know.
I'm
like,
so sick of this conversation. I don't know what to do. The 50-50 stuff, how do I feel about it as far as, like,
our relationship, though, us?
I feel like our stuff just flows so organically. It's just like, whatever. Like, I'm not counting. And I hope, you know what I'm saying? You don't count either.
No,
like,
I don't. I definitely don't count.
I just feel like our energy is so authentic that it just flows. Now, we don't live together, so that's different. You know what I'm saying? When you do move in together and, you guys have one household, that's different. But we don't have that right now.
Why do you think we don't live together?
Why? What?
Why do you think we don't live together?
I think what I was going to listen. I think we don't live together. You stuck in your ways.
You think so?
Yes.
How?
You stuck in your ways. Like,
How,
you
though?
low key stuck in your ways.
But how though? Is that the reason why we don't live together though?
No, it's not the reason.
Okay, so tell them why we don't live together though.
I don't think it's the right time.
Right.
I don't think that's our car is not set up that way. I'm not in a rush to live with you. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing.
And I'm not in a rush to live with you either, guys.
Listen, it's nothing against you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like my house.
Right.
Like, I like
your space.
I like my space, and I like your house too. Like, I like when I come over here, it's comfortable. Like, you got everything I need, and vice versa. When you come to my house, we got, like, I don't know. I just think we got a good thing going. I'm not in a rush to do that, and I feel like at the end of the day, like, I don't want to be in a rush for us to move together, simply because I just feel like that's rushing the relationship. Like, that's just rushing the process. Like, just take it easy. It's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen.
We came up with a plan though.
Yes, we did.
Before, like we came up with a plan, and I think we sticking to that plan,
Right.
which works for us.
Right.
And I also wanted to say, like, I'm happy for us for doing that. You know, not doing what society, you know, put out here.
We should do.
Yeah, you're like, okay, where you meet a woman, then you move in with her, then you have a baby, then you know what I'm saying?
not
Like
doing that.
that's just, I feel like that's just a recipe for disaster.
It is. It is. It definitely is a recipe for disaster. I feel like our plan that we came up with is awesome. I feel like it is something that is going to build generational wealth. I feel like it's something that's going to build a good solid foundation for us. So I'm willing to stick to that, to our plan. Do you want to let them know what our plan is? Or you going
Our 5-year plan, our 2-year plan,
I'm saying
or
for like the moving together type of plan.
so basically, she said that she wants to buy property first, and then you know we're going to maybe sell property together, or we're going to rent property together, whatever it is. Use that income to pay for our new home
Together.
right? Which is a bigger home,
Right.
And I think that you got sidetracked though before
Why you say it?
because you was like, you wanted to buy your building, you know what I'm saying? And then you was like, well, maybe I might have to move in, or you might have just been playing whatever.
I was just playing.
Well, whatever. But you said,
I just wanted to see what you was gonna say.
yeah, for sure. But it's like us sticking to the plan makes it better for us. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes I get sidetracked and you be like, no, Calvin, stay on your shit. Like this week, my merchandise, I was trying to order some merchandise and you know I was frustrated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you was like, look, it's part of the plan. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like we as men need that, you know, that pick me up, because sometimes people think that as men, we just got to be strong all the time. And to have you behind me, even when I'm strong or even when I'm weak, you can still pick me up. And I look forward to that. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people ask me, like, you know, what makes you happy in this relationship?
People ask you that?
Yeah. People ask me that. And it's so many things, but I don't be liking to brag though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like I ain't but, oh, my girl, the best girl in the world. Like what you are, but
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to brag about it because I feel like I really worked hard for this relationship, and God really blessed me with this relationship, and I don't want to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a good steward of this relationship, and I just want to treat you the best way I can and make you the happiest woman on this earth.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? And just see that beautiful smile,
know what you
baby.
doing. What you trying to do?
You know what I'm saying? Next question. How do we keep the spark in our relationship?
I think we do a really good job of keeping the spark. I think we both are intentional about putting a smile on each other's face.
Right, like today.
Yep, like today.
Yes.
Like plenty of other days. Like we're intentional about it.
Okay.
About doing different stuff. Like I don't think we get conformed to a routine.
Right.
Which is good.
And I think that's very important too, though.
We switch stuff up.
Yeah, that we don't do a routine.
We switch stuff up, so that's good.
Because when you get in a routine of a relationship, you can it's basically like, okay, we get together. You get what I'm saying? We get in a routine to we wake up with each other. They move in and they have kids, and then they try to work it out, and it may not work out, and they kind of build the bullshit routine. And I feel like we so different on that level. People be looking at us weird, like y'all really don't, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all really do this, y'all really do that. And I'll be like,
they do.
Yeah.
They do be looking at us weird. Like how I like you was saying earlier, I had went on my solo trip.
Right.
And somebody had asked me, like, wait, what Calvin say about that? I'm like, he the one that encouraged me to go.
For sure. Take
and
your ass out of town.
They like, huh?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, he encouraged me to go. Like, we on the same wave. So
Right.
it's just like, whatever. Like, I don't know.
People, and you got to also know that a lot of people not going to understand your relationship. And that don't mean that you have to incorporate everybody's opinion in your relationship. And I think that we do an amazing job of not incorporating everybody in our relationship.
Yes.
Have any of your friends ever was like, this might not be the one for you, or had anything negative to say about me?
Nope.
How important is having friends during the new relationship? Basically meaning like, hey, y'all, you know, I got this boyfriend now. I can't go out no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I can't hang out no
but
more.
see, the thing is, you don't do that though. You don't shut me off from my friends.
Right.
Like you encourage me, go with your friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Because I feel like I am intentional about not overdoing it too.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I make sure that we good. Then, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you encourage me to go out with my friends.
Right.
So I think that's a good thing. And I encourage you to hang out with your homeboys too, because we be needing that time to just be, just let loose and just hang with our people. Like,
That space.
right.
Okay, so when I told you earlier this week or last week to stay at home for a couple days, you got mad, right?
Because it's just like, don't tell me to stay at home. Like, I'll just like, let's just let whatever happen. Don't tell me to stay at home. Now you got me like, okay, why you telling me to stay at home?
But I tell you a whole bunch of other stuff though.
You do.
Right. So what was the difference in that? Because you was in your feelings about that.
I was.
But why though?
I can't really remember, Calvin.
Wow. Okay, this is you doing. This is you doing on camera. Okay.
I can't remember
Wow.
specifically why I was upset. I can't remember.
I know why you was upset, because
Why?
you had to stay at home. Because I didn't
I
want
like
that.
my house.
No, for sure. But I didn't want that schedule that everybody have.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you come over these certain days. I feel like we had a schedule.
Yeah.
And it's okay though. But I feel like it's also okay to break that schedule because it's healthy.
Yeah.
You don't want to be doing the same thing every single week, every single day. And I feel like you wasn't messing with it.
I just don't let it roll off your tongue. Just let
So what was I supposed to do?
just let whatever happen. I wasn't coming over anyway.
You was coming over.
Because I
for
had
sure.
a lot going on.
You was still coming
I was
over.
going on my solo trip. I had Galentine's. Wait, was this No, this was. What else did I have to do? I know I had a lot to do that weekend. Was it Yeah, it was the Galentine's Day.
Yeah, because you said you was coming over Friday.
Yep, it was Galentine's Day. I had solo trip. Like, I had a lot of stuff to do. So I had already had it in the back of my mind that I was gonna stay at home. But I just don't think. I think it's how you said it to me, not what you said. It was how you said it that had kind of offended me.
Have I ever said anything to hurt your feelings?
You have, but we talk about it.
We will talk about it.
We have talked about it.
And did that make it any better?
Yes, definitely. It's the communication.
Right. And the trust were in the. We're gonna leave it at that. Man. So give me 5 things that I do on a daily basis.
As far as what?
Anything.
Get on my nerves. Number one.
No.
No.
Give me 5 things that I do on a daily basis.
Go to the gym.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna see how much she know me, y'all.
Oh, so we playing a game?
Is that what we need to do?
I got a game for us to play. We playing a game?
That's what you want to do.
Are we playing a game?
My viewers got some questions they wanted me to ask you, so we gonna roll right into the game. But you're not finished though. That was one.
Go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You pray every day.
Okay. 2.
You pray every day. You go to the gym every day.
I got it wrote down too. So.
Oh, you do? You pray. You go to the gym. You do you? I know you read your Bible and your devotional and stuff. No, is that not one of them?
Since the new year, yes, but
You do that every day.
right. But I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I'll incorporate that.
You do.
Yeah.
You do that every day.
Wow.
What am I missing? Do you
You
text
tell
me good
me.
morning? You text me good morning.
No, I don't. Not always. Not always.
Not every day. I text you sometimes.
Not always.
Not always. You're right. Not always.
Yeah, not always.
But
So
I
you
think
can't-
we still do a good job with that too. Like,
Okay.
but we don't do it every single day.
I like that though.
Me too.
Tell me good morning every goddamn day.
Okay, so what is the other two,
You
Calvin?
tell me. I want them to.
Gym, prayer, devotional,
Okay.
wash your car.
Okay. You slick as hell.
You do that. You do that.
I do that
every day.
I do that about 3-4 times a week.
Wash your
2 or
car.
3 times a week. Okay.
He like his car more than me, y'all.
I do. I ain't gonna cap. It is what it is, though.
You love your car more
It
than
is what
me.
it is. One more. What's the last thing?
Okay. What is the last thing? got to put my thinking cap on.
Wow. I know you're going to ask me what it is for you, so.
You whiten your teeth.
I do that once a week.
You do a podcast.
Once a week. Okay, I incorporate that. I give you that 5. That's 5. I give you that.
Okay. What was the other ones that I was missing?
It wasn't that you was missing any because they sporadically.
What did you have written down?
I'm not gonna tell you because you should know flat out.
Well, tell me.
No, I'm not telling you because you should know.
Wow.
I'm not telling you flat out. Yep. I'm telling you. So the 5 things that you do on a daily basis.
Right.
Meditate, read your Bible, your devotional, walk Cali.
Walk Cali. Stinky Mommy Cali.
Yep, walk Cali. Check on Glow Beauty Bar.
Oh, Lord.
And you pray.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I know you. You don't know me flat out.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because I said all good stuff.
You that don't mean you know me.
Yes, I do. Like the back of my hand. I know when you lying. I know everything.
Whatever. Have you ever felt like I wasn't the one?
I can't really say that I have.
And what was almost a deal breaker for you with me?
Whew. Lord.
It was more than one?
No. I told you it was almost a deal breaker where I was like, okay, I'm not about to talk to him no more.
But it was some bullshit.
It was some bullshit. It wasn't worth me being like that. But the old me would have been like, I'm straight.
Right. So you would have missed out on your blessing because you did that.
Insane.
And so what did
I'm
you
a
do?
blessing too, baby.
No, flat out. But what did you do? What happened?
You really want me to sit with Okay, so 2 things had kind of happened.
2?
2 different things.
Wow, I didn't know it was 2.
I feel like the first thing, it was just like, that was kind of like premature. So it was like, okay, Shelby, like, don't overthink this. Don't go too deep in this. And then the second thing happened. It was like, okay, I don't like how he did that. But I think the good outweighed the bad. The good outweighed these things that happened. And it was just like, okay, he worth it. Like, I'm not about to throw this away for this simple stuff that happened.
What was the first one?
The first one was I think I can't really remember the specifics, but I know it was something along the lines of you leaving your wallet.
Okay, at the gas station. Right.
You left your wallet.
Right.
And I'm like, listen here.
You wanted some gas. Tell the people you wanted some gas. And you told me to pay for the gas. And I told you I left my wallet. I really left my wallet at home, though.
And I'm like, okay. The old me would have been like, I'm straight.
But why, though?
Because I feel like you trying to play me. Like you
because I left my wallet?
Yeah, like you trying to get out of this. And it's like, if you can't do something as simple as put gas in my car, then we can't be together.
So you thought I was a broke nigga, basically?
I didn't know at that point.
Well, it was 3-4 months in.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't no 1 or 2 months.
No, it wasn't. It was early on.
Hell no.
It was early on.
No,
Yes,
no,
it
wasn't. It was like 3 or 4 months. It wasn't no 2 or 1.
Whatever it was, I didn't know. I'm just like, okay, all right. I'm not doing this. I can't do it.
But what made you do it?
What you mean?
To keep going, though.
Like I said, I felt like that was kind of petty. Like it was petty. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put that in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? And then going forward, like you going to have to show me that if push came to shove, like when it's time to really get down to the nitty gritty, you going to be able to provide for my family, for kids, for me, for you. Like that's just that.
Right. So what was the second time?
The second time when I came over here, you was doing a podcast. I was knocking on the door. You didn't come to the door, so I started knocking.
I wasn't doing the podcast at the time. Was I?
I think that's why you had got so mad.
No, I think I was setting up or something.
You was setting up. I was knocking on the door. You didn't come, and I started knocking a little harder, and you opened the door and slammed the door on my face. And at that point, I kind of was really like, I'm straight.
Because you was knocking like the police.
I was knocking like the police, but the way I felt in that moment, I didn't like it.
Right. So why do you feel like our relationship not toxic? Before we get into this game, because I'm very, very, very interested in the type of game that she got, y'all.
Okay.
Why do you feel like our relationship not toxic?
Like you said earlier, we both came healed, and I think we did the work to show up as the best versions of ourselves. The thing is, I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm not like that. Like, I'm not busting no windows out. Like, I'm not trying to, that's not me.
So you won't never bust my windows out?
No. I don't care how mad I get. That's just not me. I'm not that type of person. So it's just like, I can't handle, like, if a person bring that side out of me, I am literally straight. Mm-hmm. Like, if I get so mad to the point where I want to bust your windows out, I can't deal with you.
Right.
Period.
I'm glad. I'm happy. Because I didn't had enough, my windows bust. Tires flat and all of that. So, thank you, Jesus. Shout out to you. But we got a game we want to play, man. And
yep.
It's very interesting.
Get your cue card.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be the one that's going to lead the game.
Here we go, y'all.
Okay.
I don't know what this game hold, y'all, but man.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. So the game that we playing is like, you gotta, whoever you think did whatever I'm about to say, you gotta just hold the name up.
Okay.
Okay. Between me and you.
I don't got my name though.
Huh?
I don't got my name.
Yes, you do. On the back.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Okay.
Who said I love you first?
Shelby definitely said.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did. No. I never said I loved you first.
What?
Because you asked me for a kiss at my job first. You remember that, right?
Oh, you know what? That's another thing that made me be like,
What?
Going back.
No, we can't go back.
We can't
ain't
go
no
back.
backtrack.
Okay, we ain't going
Ain't no
back.
backtrack.
Okay, we ain't going back.
Back,
so
no back.
I said I love you first?
You definitely said I love you first. I don't remember me saying I love you first.
When did I say I love you?
You told me that you love me. I think it was text message one day. And you was like, I can't believe you this man that God really, blessed me with. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I am. I'm good. You feel me?
You gonna sit up here and cap like that?
This what I recall.
No, whatever. Y'all, he said I love you first.
When I said I love you?
You know when you said you love me.
When? I don't remember.
We was sitting upstairs in your room and we was laying down and we was having like a deep conversation and you ended up just telling me.
I don't recall. Next question. I don't recall.
Who is the most likely to show up late?
Oh, I'm going to just keep this in front for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because this is terrible. She will be late to her own funeral. Like, it's terrible.
Why do you think I'm so late? Can you help me? I really want to help. Like, I really want to get better with that.
I've tried to help you, and you.
But I show up on time for my business and stuff.
That's all you care about. Even today for church, she was late. Like, you were supposed to be at the 10:45 service. You didn't even make it to 11:45 service.
Lord.
You got to get it together, baby. Come on, man. Get that shit together.
Okay. Who was interested in who first?
I'm just gonna keep this in front. Like I said, y'all see this right here. I'm gonna keep this in front because this is what's gonna be the whole night. What is it? Stop! You so cap, bro.
Why you say I was interested in you first?
Because you was in my DM. You was in my DM. You was commenting on my pictures and my. You hate it. Okay, do you want me to tell the truth or not?
I can't believe you.
You want me to tell the truth or not?
I can't believe you, Calvin.
Do you want me to tell the truth or not?
I can't believe you.
Wow. Now she gonna tell her, edit this out, edit it. No, hell no. I'm not editing nothing out. You know you will. So who's interested in who first?
I feel like you slid in my DM.
You really gonna lie to these people like this? You really gonna lie to these people like this?
You slid in my DM talking about something if her last name ain't such and such.
That was after the communication part. Yeah. Like, okay.
So you didn't slide in my DM first after the comment under your picture.
I don't recall.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I commented on your picture.
No.
I commented on your picture. You commented on my picture. And then I was like, okay.
I commented on your picture. Then you slid in my DM after that.
So I mean, you was interested in me first.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I would
next.
never, whatever.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's okay.
Quick question though. Do you think it's okay for women to slide at me in DM?
Yeah, if she interested. If that's something that she, you know what I'm saying? If she sees something she like, why not?
Okay, so do you think
But she can do it in a tasteful way.
What's the tasteful way that you would do it? What's the tasteful way that you did do it?
A tasteful way that I would do it is like comment on something he's wearing, comment on something he's doing, like something like that. Like start a conversation in that way.
Okay. So if it take off from there, is that fine? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. What's wrong with it?
Because it's a new era of dating. And a lot of people don't want to admit that they, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. You're right.
Blackpeoplemeet.com. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, next question. Who is the first to lose their temper? What you got? Why you say that?
Because you would lose your temper fast.
Really?
Yes. Would I ever lose my temper?
I'm doing better.
You are, but do I lose my temper though? Do I ever lose my temper?
It depends.
On what?
If you at work, you would lose your temper. I think you lose your temper the most at work. You be cussing.
Who the hell want to be at work? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you lose your temper at work.
I do. I mean, I don't lose it, but it's like, it's a difference between being at work and being in the regular world. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or dealing with you or dealing with my family. Like, I don't really.
You don't lose your temper? Do
I
lose my temper though?
You getting better though.
Okay.
You getting a lot better, but you do lose your temper though, for sure.
For real?
You don't get like overly mad or dramatic, but
Right.
it's like you definitely lose your temper.
Okay. I'll take that. Okay.
That's cool though.
Who spends the most money?
Over the last 60 days, who spends the most money?
Who spent the most money?
Who spent the most money?
Over the last 60 days?
Of course you're going to say me because I bought all this podcast shit. Like,
You.
because I bought all of this stuff.
Right.
Though, you know what I'm saying?
You've been investing in your brand. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. So on a daily basis though, who spends the most money? Shelby. I'm going to leave this here. You're going to win this game.
I do.
Why do you spend this much money?
I don't like it though. I don't want to be that way.
But why do you spend this
Outside costs $200.
No, for sure.
Minimum. Outside costs $200. Gotta get your hair done. Gotta get your nails done. Gotta get a wax. Gotta get this. Gotta get gas. Gotta get food. Gotta pay. Like, it costs.
For a man too, though.
It costs.
It definitely costs.
You can get a haircut and be done.
You
can get a haircut and be done. I gotta get my nails done. Get my feet done. Get this. Do this. Do this. Do that. Like, it's always something. Like I said, outside costs a minimum $200.
But I got a child too, though.
outside.
So it's like almost the same thing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You need to slow down spending your money like that. Like, you don't know. Flat out.
Who is the first to apologize?
You. I hold a grudge because I am a Libra.
Yeah.
And her dad is a Libra.
Yep.
So it makes it even worse because I know that holding a grudge can be bad for sure. And I'm working on that. But it's like, sometimes it's hard for a man to really say sorry first, unless I really fucked up. Unless I really know, like, okay, damn, I really. But if I know you messed up, I'm not apologizing.
But who's to say that I was right or you was right? Like, who's?
I know
to say?
I'm right.
That's the problem. And you know what? That I'll let you have it.
No, don't
Because
let me.
you think you always right.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
But right is right and wrong is wrong, though. And if I understand it more or understand it better than you do, like, it's right. Like, what if it's right? It's right. Why should I have to apologize? Like,
you see, that's the thing. You think you always right.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I just know that some things are right.
You got that bad.
It's okay. You the apologizer, and I take that. But I'm not going to apologize on everything flat out. So you just going to have to deal with it.
Okay. Whatever.
Any more questions?
Nope, that's it.
You don't got no questions for me.
Nope. Oh, I do got some questions for you. This game, I don't have no more questions.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's the question for me?
Game.
Oh shit, y'all.
Let me see. Let's do something good. What do you think my best attribute is as your girl? You see.
Your best attribute is your ambition, your drive. You don't got one though. I think it's your ambition, your drive, the way you love God really show me that like you are a very different type of woman. The way you handle your business show me that you're a very different type of woman. The way you take care of not only yourself but me show me that you really are a real woman. You know what I'm saying? So those are your best attributes. You don't have just one. You have a plethora of attributes that I love.
All right, I'll take that, baby.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sure
and I'm not trying to
make me
just
smile.
I'm not trying to just blow your horn. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just really keeping it real because the people want to know this. You know what I'm saying? Like we really do our thing. We really have a happy relationship.
I appreciate that, baby.
Behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
I love that for us.
Yeah, for sure. And how do you feel about social media and relationships? Would you cancel your social media for a happy relationship?
I'm not really a social media person, so I would.
Right.
I'm not really a social media
you're
person.
not really.
Like, I don't really care
Right.
that much. But I do also believe in a philosophy of protecting anything that makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to protect it. And if that means, protecting it from social media and people having an outside opinion, then that's what it'll be. I think you got to protect what you love.
Yeah, no, most definitely. You got to protect anything.
And so you have to tread lightly with social media.
Right.
And, your relationship. That's why with me and you, like, I love you. So I feel like I have to protect something that's good to me and that I'm happy with. Because people will really try to ruin a good thing. And you have to be strong enough to be able to withstand that.
Right.
So.
And I appreciate that. I'm on the same thing.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't, I love that, we talked about that in the beginning of our relationship. Not even in the beginning, but we've talked about that several times in our relationship. And I just love the fact that we don't have to prove anything to anybody.
Right.
We know what it is.
That really keep us strong, though.
It do. Yeah, we know what it is.
Right.
So we don't have to prove anything to social media, and I love that about us.
Right. That really takes us to a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that about us. Since we were both single for years before we met each other, was it challenging for you to incorporate a significant other into your life?
You really thought about these questions, didn't you? No, it was just gonna be different because I was single for so long, and I was almost prepared for it in the last 2 years.
Okay.
I was kind of, making myself prepared for it. Like I was, building my house. I was working on things for longevity. I was working on things for a family, not just me. You get what I'm saying? Because I knew that eventually I would have a girlfriend. I'm that, you know what I'm saying? I'm that guy. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy. But other than that, yeah, I knew it though, that I knew eventually I was going to have a girlfriend or a wife. You know what I'm saying? And I really was banking on that. And I knew that I had to change some things. I couldn't be the same Calvin I was in 2016, 17, going to 2022, 23, because a lot of shit changed, not only within me, but I know that my life has changed, period. So if I wanted a real woman, I had to stop doing some of the shit that I was doing before.
Right.
I couldn't do that.
Right.
So yeah, it wasn't hard at all. Yeah, I wasn't scared.
Because sometimes it's challenging to incorporate somebody else into your life when you so used to being by yourself.
That's deep though.
It's the truth. It's the truth. That's why I was telling you earlier. It was kind of difficult for me to allow you to lead because I was so used to just doing everything.
Right.
So
you're getting better with that though.
I am.
I think you just was you still
I
are.
was single.
Yeah,
I was
not only
single.
that though, you were an independent woman, and reverting from an independent woman to a dependent woman almost is like that's different though.
Right.
But you
From what I'm used to.
you do good with letting me do my thing.
I do.
Yeah, sometimes you got your times. You got your times. I'll be like, Shelby,
Chill.
just calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Just relax.
Chill. It's okay.
But that's part of life though.
Right.
It's part of the healthy relationship.
Right. So you said you fasted and then you met me.
Right.
What was your prayer?
I got it in my journal, man, and it was
What was
just
your prayer to God? Like, what did you ask God for?
I asked God to make sure that the woman that I was coming encounter with was healed as well. I prayed that the woman that I was coming into also made me happy like I made her happy. I prayed that this woman was family oriented. I prayed that this woman had beauty not on the inside but on the outside. I prayed that this woman had the same knowledge as me. I prayed that this woman was not but almost like my mom. You get what I'm saying? Not in the same sense, but had the same attributes as a good person. My mom is an excellent person. She's God-fearing. She's a provider. You get what I'm saying? She makes sure that her man is good.
I'm not a provider.
Yes, you are a provider.
You a provider.
You're a provider as well, though.
No.
You are a provider.
No.
You are a provider. You are a provider.
Don't put that on me.
I'm sorry.
not a provider.
You are a provider.
I don't like it.
Why not?
Because I don't.
It's okay to be a provider.
No.
You are.
A man is a provider. I'm not a provider.
I'm not saying that I don't take on the road now, but what I'm saying is you are a provider. You provide for yourself, right?
When you say provider, like it's that just sound funny. Like,
No, I'm not.
I've never been called that before.
But in the reality, though, you're a provider. It may sound crazy.
A provider of what?
Of yourself.
Okay.
You're a provider. You make sure I'm fed. You make sure that I'm happy.
Okay.
You're providing peace. You're providing tranquility. You're providing perseverance. Like you're providing things that a woman's supposed to provide.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So
Okay,
you
yeah,
are a
say it
provider.
that way. Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't really break it down, but
Okay.
you are a provider.
Okay.
In that sense, I'm not saying that you got to take care of the bills or take care of me. No, I didn't pray for that.
That was throwing me off.
Yeah, no. I pray for a provider in herself and know that, you can take care of your own. You get what I'm saying? I prayed for peace in the relationship, and I prayed for somebody who understood me for who I am. And I prayed for, I didn't have to kind of hide certain things in a new relationship going forward, because there was certain things that I couldn't do, like pray in front of a woman or pray, around a woman or be God-fearing, because I love God.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I think that was important. So that was really my prayer, and God showed up in February.
He did it. He did what needed to be done.
He did it.
For both of us.
February 14th.
He did what needed to be
Was it
done.
February 13th?
13.
13th, okay. February 13th, he showed up, and he provided me with an amazing woman in my life. And I want to tell you that I appreciate you 1,000%. And I hope and pray that we continue to keep this relationship as strong as possible.
Thank you, baby.
I'm looking forward to growing with you. I'm looking forward to keeping you happy. I'm looking forward to whatever God got in store for us. You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to flourish.
I know our future is bright.
Yeah, I think we're going to make some amazing memories.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying this because we're on camera, but I appreciate you for coming on, spending some time with me at the Stab Lab podcast.
Baby.
You get what I'm saying?
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, and go ahead, drop your information and let them know where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram, Shelby Dupree. That's SHELBY DUPRIE, and my business Instagram is Glow Beauty Bar _.
And she is a content creator just like me.
Yep.
So God aligned that perfectly. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm also on YouTube. So y'all
shout out to YouTube
y'all
page.
Can go check out my YouTube. The name of it is at Shelby Dupree as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So I want to tell you thank you so much. I love you for being a beautiful person. I pray that you have an amazing year in business. I hope that you flourish in whatever you're doing. And make sure that y'all tune in to the next episode of the Stab Lab podcast. And I hope that y'all also take some of these good practices, gems that we have. You get what I'm saying? And use them to y'all advantage. And I just hope that y'all also have happy relationships. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to be perfect. Everybody's, going to have to go through some things to get to where you need to go. But it's healthy, man. And we all going to be happy eventually. So once again, I appreciate y'all for stopping for the Stab Lab podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, baby.